the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, and welcome once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. I am Darkside Dave in the cave here in the Turn 3 Racing Network booth, ready to kick off some great super speedway action for you here tonight. The 100th race for the OP Racing Premier Super Speedway Cup Series here on a Monday night. The big boys here on Monday night, where the big boys play. The stars come out to shine. Who's gonna slot their self into the round of 8 here in the chase? We'll have to wait and see if anybody's gonna join the likes of Josh Milam, last week's race winner. He's gonna slot himself into the round of 8. He's got a little bit of breathing room here tonight in the Daytona Dream in 250. Thanks for joining us once again here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Man, oh man, things already underway out there on track, and things already underway in silly season here in the OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphics. Have a lot of big announcements coming through the pipeline, coming down the wire. Some of them still being dealt with and made as we speak. So Going to wait for final confirmation on a few of those things, so we'll go ahead and look at the point standings coming into tonight's race. There you see Derek Conley tied in first with last week's race winner, Josh Milam. So both of those drivers looking good heading into tonight's race as far as their chase concerns are to be had. Hunter Reynolds right there in third, Logan Hilton fourth, fifth, Travis Elliott, Robert Duvedak, Aspen Belvin, Cody Ober, Daniel Holloway, Mark Mann round out your top 10. Then Rick Sebrands, David Booth, and Anthony English round out your chase drivers. Dave Hunt still sitting there top of the point standings as far as the best of the rest, if you want to call them that. These drivers are all super talented, and just because they missed the chase doesn't necessarily mean that they're not good drivers. Few of these drivers missed the chase this year, but were part of the chase last year. We'll continue down through the point standings here for you. There you see Will Weber, driver of the 24, right there in 20th spot. Scrolling a little bit further, there you see the back of the field right there. And as we head into tonight's race, I want to give a big shout out to these league admins and all these league drivers. 100 races. These drivers celebrate 100 races here tonight in the Monday Night Cup Series, the SuperSpeedWay Cup Series presented to you by 4X Graphics. And that is a huge accomplishment. These drivers have been around making this league work for multiple years on this iRacing.com platform. So big shout out to all the league owners and admins that get things done behind the scenes. A lot of work goes in to bringing you these races each and every Monday night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And we are just proud and privileged to be the big majority of the OP Racing SuperSpeedWay series being broadcasted. And we're glad to be their main partner and their broadcasting voice. So thank you, much appreciated. Glad I could be a part of it. And well, you know, most importantly, got to thank you fans out there this entire time supporting not only us behind the mics, but these drivers that are bringing you all this great racing action live here from Daytona International SuperSpeedway in the Daytona Dream 250. And well, with that mouthful all being said, looks like only about 60 seconds remaining here in happy hour. Sean Stevens sits at the top of the speed charts. Derek Conley right there in second, third place. Hunter Reynolds, Mark Mann right there in fourth right now as far as timing and scoring is concerned. Andrew Schroeder rounding out your top five. So some fresh faces up at the front. And could that spoil some things here tonight? Could we get a new race winner, a first-time race winner this season? We have had, I believe, 11 different winners so far this season, as Josh Milam was a repeat winner last week. So, yeah, gonna be crazy. Final few seconds here remaining in happy hour. Things going to get set to go back over to qualifying here in just a few seconds. We'll look for the checkered flag to fly. There it goes. Checkered flag being displayed. Now green flag back in the air here for qualifying. See who's willing to jump out there first. Who's willing to go out there and lay it all on the line? Who wants this prestigious title of the pole sitter for this very historic, very coveted race here, this 100th race in the OP Racing SuperSpeedWay Cup Series presented to you by 4X Graphics. Looks like we've got a few drivers out there on track now. The 77 of David Booth, he's begun his time lapse, so I tell you what, we'll jump out there and check in with this 77 as he's just up to speed. Ernie Williams, Mark Vega, Dan Harrington, Rick Sebrands, Josh Milam, Mark Mann, David Overstreet, and Aspen Belvin also out there on track. So I tell you what, let's jump out there, take a look at last week's race winner as he makes his way off of turn number 4, coming to cross the stripe to begin his first time lap. Multiple drivers, as I've already said, out there on track. Right now, we'll continue to watch these drivers shake down their machines, see who can go up there and maybe put this thing on the pole position. Will it be the man right here, last week's race winner, Josh Milam? Can he get the job done once again and go to victory lane? Milam gonna cross the stripe. Let's excuse me. Let's see where he shakes out. Gonna throw it up there on top of the speed charts for you right there, top of the board right now. Quick time for that number 7 machine, 47.97. Nobody as fast, 2/10 back. Sitting Dan Harrington right now, Mark Vega, David Booth, Rick Seabrans, Ernie Williams on their second time laps now. Cody Ober, Randall Cobb, Travis Elliott also on their time laps. Will Weber, David Overstreet, and James Mayer hit the track. We'll stick with this number 7 machine as he is top of the speed charts. Nobody dethroning him yet. Will Weber going to go 4th on the speed charts with his first time lap. James Mayer into 8th. Milam going to cross the stripe. Can he improve? Yes, he does. Quick time now sitting at a 47.66. Mark Vega close but no cigar. 47.68. Jumping out there now with Randall Cobb, and very close there for Dan Harrington. Ernie Williams right there, 47.66, 47.67. 3 cars in a row. Harrington, Seabrans, and Booth all with a 67. Mark, man, Trump in the field, going to the top of the speed charts. He's going to bring his machine to a crawl now. Robert Duvendak, one of his teammates, out there trying to take the top spot away. Can he get the job done? Will he snatch the pole away from his teammate? Mark Mann sitting on top of the speed charts right now with a 47.67. Hunter Reynolds going to cross the line for his first timed lap, sitting right there in the 12th position. Sorry, I got that is actually Jimmy Reynolds, not Hunter Reynolds, going right there, 12th. First time lap, Mark Mann still sitting on top of the speed charts, just ahead of Josh Milam, 47.64 for Mark Mann. Now Robert Duvenak making his way off of turn number 4 back through the tri-oval, long way to the stripe. First time lap on the board now for Duvenak, gonna go 16th, 48.27. He's got a little bit of ground to make up if he wants to dethrone Mark Mann, sitting at the top of the speed charts right now. He's got to make up, I don't know, close to half a second or so. That's going to be a tall task at hand. But Cody Ober, look at that, the 8 going right there to second, 47.65. Almost there for that 8 machine of Ober, as we're just about halfway through qualifying here, just now hitting the halfway mark, 5 minutes into this 10-minute qualifying session. Duvendak off of 4 back through the tri-oval, cutting the line right next to the grass. Where's he gonna go? He improves, but not good enough. Gonna jump to 4th. Now Alex Green, Derek Connolly, they're out there on track. Connolly just beginning his time lapse, so I tell you what, we'll jump out there with this 15 of Alex Green as he makes his way, I believe that is through 3 and 4, back across the stripe on his first time lap. Big news for that 15 machine, him and Sean Stevens, both of these drivers as of right now sitting as free agents, looking forward to next season. So the 15 of Alex Green and the 27 of Sean Stevens racing for well, I don't want to say racing for their careers, but racing for a team right now, the opportunity to join a team, because it is a lonely, lonely world when you're out there just trying to pick up the pieces by yourself. Let's see what Alex Green can do here on his qualifying lap. First time lap down there, hugging that double yellow line. Interesting strategy there for the 15, hugging that double yellow line both times. Hunter Reynolds, look at that, second on the speed charts. Not going to be able to knock off Mark Mann. 47.64, but man, with a slightly faster lap. Alex Green, only good enough for 19th. That's not going to do it for Green. Dave Hunt now begins his time lapse here at Daytona International Superspeedway. Who's got what it takes? Can anybody dethrone Mark Mann? Back to another driver right here trying to take that top spot away. We mentioned silly season here in the OP Racing Superspeedway Series. Connolly, one of the drivers that's going to be vacating his current team, joining forces with a few other drivers. We'll keep them quiet, and we'll keep the name of that team that's coming together just on the hush for just for a little while here. We'll see how long we can keep that cat in the bag before we go ahead and let her loose and see how the reactions are out there on the YouTube side of things, because this is going to shake things up. I can guarantee you got a few other big announcements here already in silly season, just beginning 2 days ago, and already a lot of shakeups happening here in the OP Racing Superspeedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphics. Derek Connolly coming across the stripe, this time by second time lap. Can he dethrone Mark Mann? Can he get it done? No, gonna go third on the speed charts for Connolly, so the 28 machine gonna bring his car to a slow, and well, looks like that's about it. That's about all she wrote here from Daytona International Superspeedway, and it looks like Mark Mann gonna walk away with the pole position here in the 100th race for the OP Racing Superspeedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphics. Want to say thank you to each and every one of you joining us here tonight. We're going to step away for a brief commercial break, head trackside for your national anthem, then get things ready to go for the Daytona Dream 250 live here from Daytona International Superspeedway.
So proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the
trackside as the field begins to roll off here in the Daytona Dream 250. Looking at the man of the minute, the 04 of Mark Man, walking away with the pole position here tonight. We'll head into your starting lineup for tonight's Daytona Dream 250 in the OP Racing SuperSpeedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphics. Starting inside row number 1, the 04 of Mark Man, just to his outside, the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. Row number 2, the 53 of Dave Hunt, followed by the 28 of Derek Conley. Row number 3, Logan Hilton, followed by Cody Ober. Row number 4, here tonight, the 7 of Josh Milam, followed by the 10 of Robert Duvendak. Row number 5, the 91 of Ernie Williams, followed by the 24 of Will Weber. Starting in the 11th spot, going to be the 82 of Dan Harrington. Rick Seabrands will be sitting in 12th position. Inside row number 7, David Booth, just to his outside, the 18 of Mark Vega. Row number 8, the 27 of Sean Stevens, followed by the 51 of Travis Elliott. Row number 9, the 95 of James Mayer, and the 84 of Aspen Belvin. Row number 10 here tonight, the 6 of Dustin Barber, followed by Jimmy Reynolds, Randall Cobb, Alex Green, David Overstreet, and Anthony English. Chase Berry, Jamie Jessup, Andrew Schroeder, and Sean McCarrick round out your top 10, and green flag flies for the first time here tonight in the 100th race in the OP Racing SuperSpeedway Cup Series, and Mark Man leads here tonight for the first time, crossing the line, bringing this big field, this historic night here at Daytona International Superspeedway. Mark Man trying to lead the first lap after going ahead and capturing a moment of history, already walking away with the pole award here tonight. Can he lead the first lap? Hot and heavy action right now at the front of the field. Just to the outside, Hunter Reynolds trying to get that 26 machine wound up. It's just not getting going right now. He's got some help just behind him. Derek Conley right there, Cody Ober as well, but not going anywhere just yet. Dave Hunt still pushing on the back end of the 04 of Mark Man. And a little special treat for you. You can look up there across the ticker. Going to help you keep these chase drivers on track and in line for you a little bit. All the chase drivers showing in red up there in the box. You will notice one driver already up there showing in a green box, and that is last week's race winner, the 7 of Josh Milam. He has already clinched his way into the round of 8. So as these drivers clinch their spots into the next round of the chase, they'll head off into the green. Then it will reset for the round of 8, and we'll continue that down to the championship night, where we'll have the 4 drivers left on who will walk away as Season 5's champion. Long way to go before we get to that. A long way to go before we're done with stage number 1 here tonight. Keep in mind, 2 stage cautions here in the OP Racing SuperSpeedway Cup Series. First caution going to come at the completion of lap number 25. Second caution going to come to the completion of lap number 50. Now 3 wide racing up towards the front. Not going to happen just yet, as we have got a sea of red coming across the ticker right there, and that is just to show you a lot of these drivers. The cream rises to the top, so to speak. Back down the backstretch, still 2 and 3 wide at moments right now, very early in the race. Lap number 4 out of 100 scheduled in the official race distance. We're going to still have about 21 laps remaining before the end of stage number 1. Look for these drivers to be hitting pit road very soon. Still a long train of cars already down there on that inside lane, and that's a telltale sign that we should see some green flag pit stops underway. I would probably venture to say we're going to see a large number of cars make a break for this time by. We'll have to see how it all shakes out, how it works out. Mark Vega trying to take advantage of the situation right now. That 18 and the 51 of Travis Elliott, they're motoring on around on the outside. They're clear. Can the 18 drop down? Not going to drop down in front of Connolly just yet. He's going to stay. Oh, Elliott almost into the wall. That's going to stack up. Aspen Belvin just behind him. Chase Berry. Those three drivers with a little bit of a moment. Now a lot of drivers going to head to pit road, and that's going to put Derek Conley at the front of the field. We'll run down the drivers that hit pit road that time by. Looks like Logan Helton, Mark Mann, Robert Duvidak, Rick Seabrands, David Hunt, as well as David Booth, James Mayer, Randall Cobb, and Jamie Jessup. All of those drivers to pit road that time by. We'll have to wait and see how it all shakes out, who comes out where. But there you see drivers making their way off of pit road this time by. Conley leads the field now just in front of Hunter Reynolds. That three-wide battle still taking place. Elliott now leads that third lane as Mark Vega's kind of hung out in the middle right now all by himself. Oh, Connolly going to come to pit road. Hunter Reynolds comes to pit road. Looks like everybody but three drivers coming to pit road as Aspen Belvin, Chase Berry, Anthony English. They're actually still out there on track as well. So a five-car little group right here. Anthony English a little bit off pace. There you see the 40 just trailing behind that front four. Mark Vega, Travis Elliott, Aspen Belvin, and Chase Berry. Josh Milam making his way off of pit road now. Hunter Reynolds, Derek Conley, Will Weber, Ernie Williams, all those drivers getting back up to speed. Looks like things went smooth for the first round of pit stops here. And the OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series will jump back here with this pack being led by Mark Mann, Robert Duvendak with a push on him. And look at that. There's Rick Seabrands, James Mayer right there grouped up as well. This field moving fast up through the field right now. Josh Milam sitting in the sixth spot, but man, he's going to get eaten alive as he just now hits pit road. And that's going to put Mark Mann, I believe, at the front of the field. They're going to take the lead now as they make their way by Hunter Reynolds down there on the bottom with help from Connolly. So back to the racing point is the 04 of Mark Mann. Now Robert Duvenak looking to take the lead on the outside. Is Mark Mann going to slot in just in front of Hunter Reynolds? More drivers coming off of pit road. Oh, Mark Vega with a moment down there on pit lane. There you see him. Down through the grass. Not getting paid for the landscaping here tonight is the 18 of Mark Vega. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, the two of Robert Duvendak has been able to clear the 04 of Mark Mann. That's going to put Rick Seabrands now leading that outside lane. He's got help from the 95 of James Mayer, and I believe just behind him, that is none other than the kid, Logan Helton, right here, mixing it up with these Alliance Motorsports drivers. So, kind of sneaking in with the team here was the 63 of Logan Helton. Hats off to him. Smart man, smart move. Four of the Alliance Motorsports drivers all right here packed up with each other at the front of the field. And Logan Helton said, yeah, thank you. I'll have some too. At the end of the first set of green flag pit stops, your top 10 have broken away from the field just slightly, going back about a second and a half. You'll find Travis Elliott and Cody Ober. There you see them just off in the distance. They've got Aspen Belvin in tow, then a slight gap, about a second actually back to Randall Cobb, Sean Stevens, Dustin Barber, and Dave Hunt. So the front of this field has an opportunity here to break away if they can play their cards right. There you see a small pack of cars struggling to get back up there, and they've got a little bit of ways to go before they can get to Aspen Belvin, and Belvin is in big-time danger of losing that lead pack. But here comes Ober and Elliott. They're going to catch this lead pack as the front of the field begins to go three wide. Duvendak on the bottom, Rick Seabrands in the middle, Hunter Reynolds takes it high, wide, and handsome up there. 3 wide for the race lead down into turn number 1. Rick Seabrands with the advantage in the middle. Hunter Reynolds now starting to pull a little bit ahead. Nope. Drag race once again, dead even back down the backstretch. Woo, big move there for Hunter Reynolds. For Hunter Reynolds. He's going to drop all the way from the top, all the way to the bottom, down there in front of the 10. Oh, contact. Oh, my goodness. How did they not just wad that up? Oh, my goodness. Will Weber, Logan Helton, both of those drivers touching for just a brief moment, almost into the outside wall. That could have ended up very bad for a lot of drivers at the front of the field working around this very fast, high-banked super speedway here, Daytona International Super Speedway. Drivers sitting right now, look at the speed charts. Robert Duvendak's speed showing 202 miles an hour, and if you don't believe me, we'll wait until they get back around. As a matter of fact, you know what? We'll go ahead and show it to you. 197 miles an hour, 96 right off a corner exit. We'll take a look, see if he can break that 200 miles an hour once again. Oh, cracked it right there. 200, cracking it once again. 200 plus, heading back down into turn number 3. 203 miles an hour, heading back into turn number 1. So that just lets you know how fast these drivers are going. And if you want to get a better look at it, we've had the opportunity to throw a onboard camera down there tonight. And I tell you what, let's see if we can't dial that up. And yeah, we're getting a thumbs up. That's still working, still a go. So we're going to jump on board now with the 4 of Rick Seabrands. And there you can see just how much these cars really are moving around in the pack. How much the air really upsets these cars. How turbulent that dirty air really is. Big time movement down there on the bottom lane. My goodness, it's getting a little bit hairy down there as we get closer and closer to the end of stage number 1. And it looks like playing it ultra safe here. Right now, at this point in time, the 7 of Josh Milam, he is way back behind the field, back in the 25th position, way off of the pace, 33 seconds behind the race lead. But he does have that race win to fall back in on to move him forward into the round of 8. So being able to breathe a little bit easier. And now this second pack has slowly walk down the front of the field. We're going to have more drivers to join this party. We're going to have the top 16 drivers all battling it out for the stage win. Derek Connolly now trucking back to the front, back on the bottom once again, back with the race lead. The 28 of Conley trying to hold strong, hold tough down there, hugging that double yellow line. Conley with the field in tow right now. Your top 16 drivers all within 1 second of each other. Then you've got about a 6-second gap back to find the 40 of Anthony English, the 84 of Aspen Belvin, Jamie Jessup, Will Weber, Alex Green, Mark Vega, Sean McCarrick, Chase Berry, all back there packed up with each other as well. So 3 very distinct packs here, but this is the one to watch at the moment. at the front of the field, working their way back off of turn number 2 down the back stretch side by side. Just a half a car length separate your top 2 runners. The 28 of Derek Conley inches ahead back into turn 3. Robert Duvendak trying to use some of that side draft. It's just not working right now for him. The kid Logan Helton, there you see him, third car inside lane. He's trying to push all he can on Hunter Reynolds without getting him out of shape. You can notice a lot of red spoilers going across the front windshield. Actually, that's not spoilers. I don't know what they call that actually in the paint booths. But you can see a lot of the splitters and spoilers and those front rockers, red, being displayed by lots of your chase competitors here in the OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphics. Season number 5 underway here in the OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series. This is race number 100, Super Speedway. Happy birthday. Oh my goodness, OP, you've done it. You've made it. You're an OG. OP is now an OG. You heard it first right here from Darkside Dave in the Cave. I know they'll probably never use that moniker, but you've made it. You've done something big. 100 races in the book for the OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series. And man, I tell you what, it's been a privilege and a pleasure to be a part of this league for the past 2.5 race seasons. It has been an absolute blast and a ball, and we continue very close racing action at the front of the field. Your top 16 still nose to tail right now, pretty calm. No 3-wide action. Oh, big wiggle out of Hunter Reynolds down there on the bottom just behind Conley. Big time push from the 63 of Helton. May have gotten Reynolds a little bit loose that last time by him, with 5 laps remaining here in stage number 1. When is the move going to come? Who's going to go 3 wide? Will it be a true 3 wide to the outside wall, or will somebody try to root their nose into the middle and make it a third lane through the center? We'll have to wait and see. Looks like the center's not an option right now, as Duvendak in that outside lane side drafting the inside lane right now. Logan Helton, the kid, right there still at third on the inside lane. Still trying to come up through the field, make something happen here late in the running in stage number 1. We'll have to wait and see how the field shakes out. Now looks like Mark Mann looking to test the waters. Mark Mann looked like he wanted to go to the outside there for just a brief moment, maybe just getting some air on the front end, maybe just making sure he's got enough to push to the end. That is a teammate right there in front of him, Robert Duvendak, just in front of him, leading the outside lane, trying to make his way around Hunter Reynolds and Derek Conley on the inside. This is an Alliance Motorsports and Fuel Sim racing battle right now. Fuel Sim on the bottom, Alliance at the top. Who can push who to the stage win? We'll have to wait and see who's got it. Oh my gosh, that is a close. That's some of the closest racing action I could say for the lead I've seen in quite some time. These drivers literally within hundredths of a second of the race lead, lap after lap, swapping it 2-3 different times every single lap. As that outside lane being led by Robert Duvendak gains a little momentum, then loses some ground. Now back on a run to the front. Big charge once again here by Duvendak. He's going to end up side by side with the race leader in the center of 3 and 4, looking to make the run. When they get back to the tri-oval, looks like it's stalling out the outside lane. Not going to get there this time by Derek Conley. Will lead yet another lap here tonight at Daytona International Superspeedway in the 100th race for the OP Racing Superspeedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphics. Just 2 laps remaining here in stage number 1. Who's going to get the job done? Conley still hugging his friend. That double yellow line. Now the 3 wide action breaks out. Here comes Travis Smith. Rick Seabrands looked for a moment. No, gonna leave. Elliott outside all by himself, and he is gonna drop like a rock. But that has slowed the momentum of the outside lane. Is it enough? One more lap around here in stage number 1 until we can see who will slot home as that stage 1 winner. Obviously on the last lap, we'll find out who it is. Obviously, I mean, nobody said I was the brightest. Just saying. And Derek Connolly continues to lead the field now. Lap car coming into play. Here comes Duvendak with a big run. Big push. Big push. Not going to get there. They're wrecking behind him. Caution flag flies. Derek Connolly may have walked away with this one by the skin of his teeth, because Robert Duvendak was going to be there come time to cross the stripe. Big push coming from that outside lane. Oh, my goodness. Whew. Sean McCarrick caught up in this one. We'll see what happened. Back here, let's take another look with our Turn 3 replay. Oh, and it looks like the 77 of David Booth gets up into Sean McCarrick. And then a chaos from there. We'll take one more look. Oh, and maybe just a bump there by Cobb. It looks like maybe Cobb with a little bit of a bump. And unfortunately, the 77 not being able to keep it under control there. We'll take another look here. Let's go on board. Yeah, there it is. There's that bump. And then the 77 gets up into Sean McCarrick, and unfortunately, that's going to catch him and a few drivers out. 2 drivers to be exact. We'll go back up front with your race leader, Derek Conley, as he brings the field to a crawl back behind the Chevy Silverado pace truck. Pit lane open for the first time here tonight in the OP Racing Superspeedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphics. The Daytona Dream 250, and this is going to bring the entire field down to pit road. So while all these drivers hit pit road and we await official confirmation for the stage win, we'll step away for just a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back.
Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
back track side here at Daytona International Super Speedway. We'll see if we can't dial up your stage number 1 winner here. Lights out on the pace car, so we won't keep. Oh my goodness. And oh my goodness. And looks like not going to be able to catch up with your stage number 1 winner. Derek Conley right now having a little bit of technical issues, not being able to get the radios to work right at this. There they go. And well, a little too late at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll try to catch up with your stage 1 winner here a little bit later on through the night. The 28 of Derek Conley sitting right there outside of row number 1 for the restart here to begin stage number 2. Can that 28 capture the flag once again here tonight and walk away with some more bonus points, sitting tied in the point standings with the 7 of Josh Milam. Milam was last week's race winner, now sitting in the 8th spot. He's got a smooth sail into the round of 8. Well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens here as the Chevy Silverado pace truck gets ready to duck off. It's down and away. Green flag flies once again here at Daytona International Super Speedway, lap number 29 out of the 100 scheduled in the official race distance. Stage number 2 gonna come to an end at the completion of lap number 50. These drivers still have about 31 laps to go, and they cannot, 21 laps to go, and they cannot make it that far on fuel. So green flag pit stop's gonna have to take place once again here in stage number 2. When will it happen? When will it all shake out? We'll have to wait and see. And I tell you what, looks like most of the field already fighting for that bottom lane. There you see it pretty strung out here. And a second pack already developing back in the back. Looks like Dan Harrington, Robert Duveneck, James Mayer, Chase Berry all packed up back here towards the back of the field. There you see them. Right there, just off of the pace of the front of the field. And a little further back there, you see some more drivers. Very interesting strategy here from Dustin Barber, Anthony English, Jamie Jessup, Dave Hunt. All these drivers kind of packed up back here in the back of the field, a little bit off of the pace. The 17 also right there leading these drivers towards the back of the field. Jimmy Reynolds being scored as being 1 lap down. So Reynolds trying to play it safe, maybe get a lucky dog if we should find ourselves coming under yet another caution, or at least at the stage end. Some of these drivers going to have the opportunity for that wave around or the lucky dog. The 91 of Ernie Williams, where did he come from? Man, what a run. What a charge to the front. He drops to the bottom, takes over the race lead just like that. Here comes the 15 of Alex Green, charging hard on the outside. The 7 of Josh Milam with a big push on that 15 of Green. Green gonna clear and drop right down to the bottom, leave his help high and dry as the 52 of Randall Cobb comes to save the day. Now can he push that 7 of Milam clear? The 15, big wiggle there for the 63 of Logan Helton, just behind Mark Vega. There you see the 10 of Robert Duvendak. He's joined this 5-car group on the outside. Long train of cars down there, single file on the inside lane, being led by Alex Green. And now dropping to the bottom once again, race leader, the 7 of Josh Milam, at the point of yet another one of these OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series presented to you by Ford X Graphics. Whoa, big time moment there for Ernie Williams coming to pit road. Oh, on the binders hard as Cody Ober. Ernie Williams on the binders too. Ooh, that's going to be close. Hunter Reynolds right there on pit road as well. Mark Vega will now battle with Randall Cobb At the front of the field, there's Alex Green, second car inside lane. Logan Helton has lost a little bit of ground to Vega. That's going to hurt Vega as the inside lane now gets rolling. Big push there by the 15 as Duvendak gives him a shove. That transfers to the 52 of Cobb. Now Cobb pulls away from that outside lane. 4 cars now grouped together on the outside, trying to move their way to the front. The 27 of Sean Stevens right there in that outside lane, trying to make something happen. And Anthony English down and onto pit road all by himself. That cannot be good. The 40 of Anthony English came to pit road that time all by himself. Now sitting in the 17th, make it 18th position, and he's going to lose a few more spots here on pit road all by himself as Mark Vega makes his way down into turn number 3. Randall Cobb, Logan Helton, Alex Green. There's the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. Reynolds being scored 1 lap down right now, but still fighting hard towards the front of the field. Oh, big time moment. Drivers getting sideways here tonight at Daytona International Superspeedway for the Daytona Dream 250 the 100 race here in the OP Racing Superspeedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphics. Man, oh man, what a race night it's been already, battling the entire night side by side, 3 wide at times. 17 looks to go to the top. Not going to be there just yet. Now the 6 of Dustin Barber. He's trying to stay in line. He's got a gap if he wants to drop down. Not going to do it. Not going to be there anymore. The 10 of Duvendak going to fill that spot. Now it looks like the kid going to be stuck leading that outside lane for the moment. He's got help from Jimmy Reynolds and Dustin Barber, but will it be enough to get his way by Mark Vega, Randall Cobb, and Alex Green down there on the inside lane? Looks like Robin Duvendak leaving a little bit of a gap here. Maybe that outside lane could fall back just a little bit and maybe fall in front or just behind the 10, as there's a gap developing between Sean Stevens and the 10 of Robert Duvendak right now as well. The 77 of David Booth all over the rear deck lid of that 27, and we've got more cars to pit road this time by. Looks like Mark Vega, David Booth, Robert Duvendak, David Overstreet and Chase Berry all to pit road that time by. That's going to leave Randall Cobb pushing Logan Helton with Dustin Barber, Alex Green, and Robert Duvendak all in tow. Tell you what, let's take a look back now from that 15 of Alex Green back at the drivers just behind him. There you see the 10 of Robert Duvendak looking back through the field. Long train of cars still. That's about 6 or 7 cars still lined up out there behind Alex Green as these drivers continue to stretch the fuel here in stage number 2. Dustin Barber tucked up and away at the front of the field there. You can see him just behind that 17 of Jimmy Reynolds, and he has got himself about a second gap back to Alex Green. Not sure if Green and Barber are going to try to make it to the end of stage number 2 here or not on fuel. If they do, they're going to be gambling quite heavy here, but they have got quite a few drivers doing this with them. Oh, and caution flag flies. Oh my goodness, that changes everything. Trying to see what we can see here. Let's go back, take a look here, see what happened. And not seeing anything around the track, trying to jump around and see if we see anything. Not seeing anything at this point in time. Gonna go back one more time here, see if we can see what happened. Oh, and there it is, right with Alex Green. It looks like Rick Sebrands may have been involved in this one too. Oh, Rick Sebrands right there loose, trying to save it. Alex Green gets involved as well. Huh. There's Robert Duvidak already into the outside wall. We'll take another look here. And just not being able to catch it all right there, so do apologize, race fans. With that being said, we'll go back to the front of the field and looking like a smart man right now, Dustin Barber. He may be able to save enough here under caution and make it to the end of stage number 1. We'll have to wait and see how it all shakes out. No Barber now going to come to pit road. Sean Stevens, Robert Duvidak, Mark Mann, James Mayer, Alex Green, and Jamie Jessup all to pit road. So that's going to leave Rick Sebrands out on track to inherit the race lead right now here very late in stage number 1. We'll wait and see how everybody goes down pit road before we try to catch a word or two with a few of the drivers out there. And I tell you what, looks like the 28 of Derek Conley has stayed out there on track. So I tell you what, let's see if we can't dial up and get a quick word with the driver that won stage number 1, the 28 of Derek Conley. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, bud, hate to bother you. Just going to grab you for a quick second just to congratulate you on the win there in stage number 1. How you feeling? How's the car? And, how you feel here in a historic night grabbing the stage win in the 100th race for OP Racing SuperSpeedWay Series?
Right now, feeling kind of like normally would, about 41 laps into a race, just trying to strategize with the team right now, trying to make sure we can try to come out with a second team stage win. We learned from NASCAR that team orders do not go against any rules, so that's what we're starting to work with right now. Only thing that could be better is if we drove Toyotas, then we knew rules didn't apply to us at all. Other than that, no, we're just trying to make sure we get the stage win and the team win at the end of the race.
All right, my man. Well, congratulations with the stage win. Before we let you go, do you want to give any shout-outs, thank anybody else on that car?
I want to thank you all for doing the broadcast, everybody that comes watch us every single Monday night, Alex, Cody, and Rob for putting on a great league, 100 races being broadcasted, 102 actually ran on the Monday night series. It's a pretty amazing feat. We're working almost on 3 solid years. Also, Josh Hunter, Ernie, and Will, some of the greatest teammates I've ever had out here. Thank you all.
All right, well, there you have it. Some words from the driver that walked away with the stage win in stage number 1, the 28 of Derek Conley. He finds himself with yet another chance to wrap up some stage points. Gonna start second car inside road number 2, just behind the driver of the 4 machine, that Yeti Blue. 4 of Rick Sebrands will control the restart. Dan Harrington going to start just to his outside. Derek Conley on the inside. Cody Ober right there in the 4th spot. Josh Milam going to start third car inside lane. We'll have the 26 of Hunter Reynolds just behind him. Randall Cobb, Travis Elliott, Chase Berry, and Anthony English round out your top 10 for this restart right at the end of stage number 2. We'll have to wait and see how it all shakes out. And there you see it scrolling across the top. A Chase contender in trouble here early tonight, about halfway through tonight's race. Aspen Belvin, driver of that 84 machine, he has found himself in some trouble, sitting 1 lap down right now. I do believe he's being scored as one of the first cars 1 lap down. So look for Belvin to try to secure that lucky dog and try to get himself back onto the lead lap to begin stage number 3, the final stage here in just about 8 more laps. Pace truck down and away. Green flag back in the air. Seabrand's on the loud pedal. Away we go back through the tri-oval. Back down towards turn number 1. Seabrand's leading the bottom just to his outside. Here comes Harrington. Not going to get there by turn 1 as Conley has pushed that 4 of Seabrand's well and clear. Conley's clear. Here comes Milam. Will Milam jump to the outside before Conley does? And Conley goes to the top. Milam goes with him. That's going to cost the 4 of Seabrand's as Conley surges forward and clear. Not going to drop. Not going to drop to the bottom, and that's going to keep Seabrand's fighting for the front. Down there, that inside lane not getting going right now. Derek Conley dropping right in front. Right at the line, just in time, taking over the lead of that inside lane. 7 laps remaining here in stage number 2, side-by-side racing action all through the front of the field. Your top 20 all nose to tail. And with just 6 laps remaining here in stage number 2, surprisingly, that 63 of Logan Helton, not one of these drivers battling for the stage win right now. Mired back in traffic. Back in the 19th position right now, Sean Stevens, David Booth, James Mayer, Jamie Jessup back there battling with Logan Helton, while Derek Conley, Rick Seabrand, Josh Milam, and Daniel Harrington battle for supremacy at the front of the field. Ken Conley put another one in the bag. 6 laps, I apologize, remaining here in stage number 2 with Conley back at the front leading once again. Connolly continues to hug that double yellow line at SuperSpeedWay tracks. That double yellow line is just as good as any teammate, one of your best friends, because you know they can't come from underneath that, but they've got to come from the top side. Derek Conley forcing the outside lane to go the long way around to make the pass. Josh Milam in the 7, no stranger to getting that job done. Last week's race winner, he slotted himself into the round of 8 with the win last week, clinching that spot in the round of 8. Derek Conley right there trying to do so this week. Can he get the job done? Now the 4 of Rick Seabrands is going to jump to the outside. Oh my goodness, 4 laps to go here in stage number 2, crossing the stripe that time by too close to call. Gonna give it to Seabrands that time at the line. And up into the outside wall. We've got a driver into the outside wall, slow right now, falling off of the pace, trying to see who that was right now. Looks like may have been the 04 of Mark Mann scraping the outside wall. He's going to fall through the field right now after taking the pole position here in the Daytona Dream 250. He has not had the night that he has wanted. Finds himself well off the pace after scraping the outside wall back in the 24th spot. Meanwhile, his teammate has taken control of the race lead back at the front of the field, just in front of Derek Conley. Rick Seabrands dropped to the bottom coming out of turn number 3 and 4. Now they make their way off of 2 back down the backstretch. Here comes the 28 of Conley fighting back once again, but Hunter Reynolds pushing right now on the back of Seabrands, and that's a little bit awkward there. You got a fuel sim racing driver pushing apologize. Never mind. I'll hush. I was going to say a Fuel Sim racing driver pushing a Fuel Sim racing driver. But wait, that would make sense, wouldn't it? And now 3 wide once again at the front. Here comes Travis Elliott. He's got the 63 of Logan Hilton. Conley drops to the bottom with Milam in tow. 1 to go as we come to the line here in stage number 2. Can we make it back under green? 3 wide, jockeying at the front of the field. 3 wide, 2, now 3 rows deep at the front of the field. Your top 3 all side by side through turns 1 and 2. Milam, Connolly, Seabrand's fighting for supremacy. Now the outside lane has died completely out. It has gone away. Here comes Milam at the front. On the bottom, Conley with a big shove from the 8 of Cody Ober. Here comes the 63 of Logan Hilton. Travis Elliott in the 51 right there as well. Will the push be there in time? Coming off of turn number 4. Outside lane falling apart, and that's going to put Josh Milam crossing the line first. Your stage number 2 winner. According to me, Josh Milam going to cross the stripe first here at the end of stage number 2. That's going to bring us to a crawl once again as the Chevy Silverado pace truck will make its way out onto the track. Field going to catch up to the back of the pace car. We're going to take a brief commercial break, step away from the track, come back for some interviews and maybe some more great racing action. What do you say, race fans? I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, sounds good. All right, race fans, gonna step away for just a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. Here's the starting lineup. On the pole from Dawsonville, Georgia, in the number 9 Coors Ford qualifying and Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. His second win of 1987.
Back track side here at Daytona International SuperSpeedway. We'll see if we can't catch in and have a quick word or two with the driver that walked away with the win in stage number 2, the 7 of Josh Milam. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, my man, you're making a habit of this thing, aren't you?
Absolutely. I think they just announced that the 228 car just got the stage, though. I'm not for sure. They'll have to check up on that.
Oh, let me double check.
They could be wrong. But it's all right. I'll interview for Derek.
No, I've got confirmation. It says Josh Milam right here.
All right, hey, that's fine.
We're
I'll
gonna
take it.
we're gonna go ahead and roll with it anyway. What do you say?
I'll take it. I'll take it, man.
Well, man, how you feeling here? Sitting pretty. You're already locked into stage, into round number 2, with the race win last week. So how are you and the 7 crew feeling out there tonight? How you feeling about your restarting position here?
Feeling great. Start of the race didn't start off so hot. I missed my stall on that first pit earlier this race. Come back in and managed to find the lead pack. Managed to get that stage right there, and now I'm starting up front on the last stage here. Feeling really good about this. Got my teammates here with me, so we're gonna give it everything we got.
All right, Josh. Well, it's been a pleasure watching you all season long, and I'll tell you what, go out there and make some excitement here in the 100th race broadcasted for OP Racing SuperSpeedway.
Absolutely, man. We're gonna make this an exciting one.
All right. Well, good luck. Elbows up.
All right, buddy.
All right, there you have it. Excuse me, Josh Milam with some words for the field. Looks like we've got some drivers not quite sure where they're supposed to line up right now. Looks like the kid, Logan Helton, trying to save a little bit of fuel down there on the apron, trying to do all he can to save some fuel. Josh Milam going to line up just to his outside. Logan Helton beat the field off of pit road, so we'll get set to go back. Green flag racing this time by green flag back in the air here at Daytona International Superspeedway to begin lap 55 out of the 100 scheduled in the official race distance. Excuse me. Keep in mind we do have 3 attempts excuse me, at a green-white checkered should we need them. We'll just have to wait and see if we will need them. Looking through the race trends, we may see a caution flag fly within the last 12 laps of the race, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. That is the race trend, though, here at Daytona International Superspeedway. Logan the Kid Helton now takes the lead of the race for one of the very first times here tonight, and it's a very rare occasion that it's this late in the race before I can announce that 63 of Logan Helton going to the front of the field. But Derek Conley, man, he has been dialed up and on it all race long. Now back to the front after a push from Milam. Conley drops back to the bottom just in front of the kid. And I tell you what, with all these drivers having a full tank of gas, they're all going to be out there for a while. So why don't we mute the mic for just a brief moment? You love it. I love it. Why don't we go ahead and get some of it? Head down trackside for our Turn It Up. Oh, and caution flag flies if we got cars around. Anthony English, Jimmy Reynolds, Will Weber involved in this latest incident here in the final stage with right about 31 laps remaining. We'll take a look back here, see what happened. Oh, and Jimmy Reynolds there you see already with some issues. We'll take a look here, see what happened. Oh, and the Reynolds kind of skates off that outside wall. There you see right there the contact, and then, oh my goodness. I think Will Weber was just along for the ride and then nowhere. Oh my goodness, look at Will Weber. Oh my gosh. Take another look at this. Weber with a wild ride here. Flipping, spinning, twisting, turning down. Car dead down there on the grass. No, the car lives. The car of Frankenstein lives. Soldiers on. That's going to vote well for Weber. He's going to be able to get that machine back to pit road, use the fast repair, get things fixed up and ready to go. Once again, here you see the 63 of Logan Helton saving gas down there once again on the apron. So the kid not playing around at all, trying to maximize every ounce of fuel that he can. As once again, looking through the ticker, you can see your top 5 all chase contenders right now. 4 out of your top 5 chase contenders. Then Hunter Reynolds sitting right there in 6th. Everybody hitting pit road this time by. So looks like everybody going to go ahead and top it on off. Oh, maybe a gamble or two. Looked like we had a few drivers stay out, and those are actually drivers being scored 1 lap down. So Dave Hunt, Aspen Belvin going to stay out on track, receive the waiver round. And that's going to give us, I believe, 26 drivers back on the lead lap as the field makes their way back off of pit road. Logan the Kid Helton leads the field, leads this long train of cars off of pit road. So as everything gets sorted out and fixed up here, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
Back at the track once again here, Daytona International Super Speedway. The 100th broadcast race in the OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series Monday night premiere series here, presented to you by 4X Graphics, live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Field works their way through 3 and 4 under caution for just our second actual caution. We have had 2 caution flags for stage end. Under caution once again, but the Chevy Silverado pace truck gonna make the left-hand turn this time by, and we'll get set to go back. Green flag racing once again here at Daytona International Super Speedway in the Daytona Dream 250. Logan Helton on the loud pedal, and away we go once again. Back down into turn number 1 for the first time after the restart. The kid leads that inside lane. Josh Milam right there hanging tough on the outside. He's got Rick Seabrands with him. Cody Ober right there, 4th car in line just behind Seabrands. Hunter Reynolds, Randall Cobb, James Mayer lined up on that outside lane. Now Conley with a big move to the outside. That's going to put Seabrands just behind Logan Helton in a big move. Big run to the front. Conley wants it, man. I'm telling you, he has been making moves all race long and working his way to the front constantly here. Big time wiggle out of that 7 of Milam back through the tri-oval. My goodness, it looks like that 7 machine a little bit worse for the wear right now. Handling not so to the liking of Milam right now, sitting behind that 28 of Conley as the inside lane has begun to kind of stretch out a little bit of a gap here. Haven't really seen that inside lane be able to duck away, be able to pull away the way that they have, but nonetheless, they are doing so. Conley trying to make that run on the outside work, but it is just not working right now. 3, 4, 5 cars lined up on the outside. Just not enough to contend with the 10 lined up nose to tail down on the inside lane as we work our way down and off of turn number 2 once again here tonight on lap 66 out of the 100 scheduled in the official race distance. Gonna go ahead and go through a little bit of house cleaning. We had 28 drivers take to the starting grid here tonight for the OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series presented to you by 4X Graphics. We have still got 25 drivers out there making laps on the track, and we have still got 23 on the lead lap. Mark Mann being scored and shown as the last car on the lead lap. And Mark Mann, after capturing the pole position here tonight for the Daytona Dream 250, he has not had the night that he had liked to have. The lackluster performance out of that Alliance Motorsports Batmobile has just been quite disheartening at this point in time, and he is slowly boxing himself into a corner to possibly have a must-win situation when we head to Legacy Daytona Bumpy Road next Monday night, the final cutoff race in the round of 13 here in season number 5 in the chase for the championship in OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series. And who's going to make it in? Because as of right now, Josh Milam, the only driver with a race win to fall back on, so he is well indeed into that round of 8. Will one of your chase contenders win here tonight and go ahead and set themselves up for a comfortable Monday night next week when we hit the bumpy road Daytona? We'll have to wait and see how that all shakes out. But right now at the front of the field, 2 of those drivers, as Ober says, no sir, I want the race lead. He's going to jump from around Logan Helton, lead the outside lane. Big push from Seabrands. That's going to clear. Ober, will he drop down? Yes, he does. He's going to drop down just in front of Logan the Kid Helton, but that's what I was saying. These chase drivers at the front of the field, they're not going to be content with a second here tonight. They're going to be doing all they can to make up all they can and try to get back up there to the front and try to walk away with a win. That way they can kind of rest easy and rest assured heading in to our final cutoff race in the round of 13 next Monday night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Want to say thank you to each and every one of you joining us out there on the YouTube side of things, whether you're a fan, friend, or a family, or just the casual viewer, stopper, buyer. We do appreciate each and every time you join us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And if you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up. Click it 3 or 4 times. This is their 100th broadcasted race here with the Turn 3 Racing Network. Do appreciate each and every one of these drivers and admins that get the job done behind the scenes. Do appreciate each and every one of you out there in the YouTube land. If it wasn't for you, there'd be no us. So big shout out for all the support that you guys show us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Darkside Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 Racing Network. We do appreciate each and every one of you, and you've got to appreciate the great racing action that these drivers have put on display all night long. Cody Ober now leads the field. He's got Logan Helton just behind him, and he's going to have to watch out because Helton looks like he's ready to make that switch. Gonna wait to the back stretch, and now looking to the outside. Not going to do it. The kid going to stay slotted in just behind that 8 machine. Interesting to see the kid not willing to pull the switch just yet. David Overstreet not making that jump either. He's going to stay third car inside lane, and we're just waiting. There's the move. There's the jump. The 63 of Helton now looking to the outside of Ober as they make their way back through the tri-oval. Still side-by-side racing action all the way from 1st to 20th. All these drivers still within about a second and a half of each other. First all the way back to 20th. There you see it on your ticker. Anthony English, Aspen, Belvin, Robert Duvendak, all chase drivers, all back through the field in danger right now. And then you can see the 04 of Mark Mann running in the 23rd spot. That is a very dangerous situation for the Batmobile to be playing with right now. 3 wide at the front. They're going to force their way down on the bottom. That's going to put the kid in the middle. Sucker hole going backwards. Connolly drops down to the bottom. That's going to leave the 7 of Milam high and dry. And are we seeing things shape up for our final green flag pit stop? Everybody bailing from the top, dropping to the bottom. That's going to leave the 63 out there with help on the way. The 51 of Travis Elliott. Here he comes. Randall Cobb bails out from the top. Josh Milam, Travis Elliott, only drivers staying out there on that high side with the 63 of Logan Helton. The kid not dropping to the bottom yet, and he's losing yet another spot. 3-4 cars now going by on the inside lane. Just 3 cars on the outside lane. Then another 5-6 car links back before you get to their nearest help. And that is a long, long way back. Back to James Mayer and Dave Hunt, who are the only 2 drivers at the front running that outside lane. And whoa, look at that big run there by those 3 cars on the outside lane. They've got hooked up nose to tail, tandem draft style, and all 3 clear. But Milam not going to clear in time, not going to be able to drop down. He's going to get stuck. He's going to get left behind out there on the outside lane. Big run on the outside. Seen Elliott as well as the kid make their way around Seabrans and drop down to the bottom. Josh Milam now bullies his way down to the bottom just in front of Derek Conley. David Overstreet there. You can see Hunter Reynolds, Randall Cobb, Dave Hunt has now dropped to the bottom. That's going to leave James Mayer up there on the outside all alone. There you see long train of cars, 20-something cars all lined up. And that has got to be a lonely, lonely feeling for that 95 machine. Not sure if anybody's just going to open up and let them on in. Drivers looking at the fuel window now. Still a handful of laps from opening up to be to still a handful of laps before it's going to be able to open up for these drivers to come down, get 4 fresh Goodyear tires and a full tank of gas and make it to the end. 25 laps remaining. These drivers can make it anywhere from 18 to 20, 21 if they really stretch it. Laps on fuel, so look for green flag pit stops to take place here in the next, I would say, 2 to 4 laps, as all of these drivers last onto pit road on lap 61, so they can make it at least another 10 laps before they're going to have to come to pit road. So these drivers can all make it to about 18, 19 laps to go. So green flag pit stops, they are looming, that is for sure. It's just who's willing to pull the trigger, who's willing to come to the end, who's willing to come to the pit road and stretch it to the end, who's going to call it the closest. And keep in mind, race fans, that's all going to go out the window if we see one of those pesky caution flags fly here late in the running here in the Daytona Dream 250 on OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphics. 23 laps now remaining here in race number 2 of the round of 13 in the chase of season number 5 championship for the OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series. And these drivers have not disappointed all race long, battling back and forth all race long, 2 and 3 wide, 2 and 3 rows deep at a time. We'll have to wait to see how the night shakes out. Looking pretty right now at the front of the field for that 63 of Logan Helton. He's got the 51 of Travis Elliott, Rick Seabrands, Cody Ober, Josh Milam, Derek Conley, David Overstreet, Hunter Reynolds, James Mayer, and Randall Cobb round out the top 10, all single file, all down there running that inside lane. Drivers halfway down the back stretch on lap with 22 laps remaining. Just another lap or two until the fuel window opens for these drivers. How many will come as soon as the window opens? Who's going to stay out and gamble? Who's going to get packed up with each other? This is going to be an interesting little plot twist here to race number 17 in the season. Race number 2 in the round of 13 in the chase for the championship here in season number 5 for the OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphics. Logan Helton, Travis Elliott, Rick Seabrands, your top 3. When will they hit pit road? Fuel window gonna open up this time by, do we have any takers? Nobody coming. When the fuel window opens right up, we'll have to wait and see if they come next time by. And everybody playing nice right now, running that inside lane. Here comes Duvendak up and around the outside. Looks like Randall Cobb might go out there and try to join him, and Duvendak looks like he may try to leapfrog a few of these drivers, kind of hanging out just about half throttle through the field, making up some more positions now. Here comes Duvendak all alone on the outside lane. It looks like drivers noticing that what the 10 was doing, they all get back on the gas a little bit harder. Those gaps decrease, and now Duvendak going to have to slot back in line. Back running in the 14th position. Nobody coming to pit road that time by either. And man, I tell you what, they're going to be cutting this thing pretty close here. They're going to have to come down in the next lap or two. Otherwise, we may see a few drivers starting to spit and sputter here. So drivers with a championship on the line, their chase hopes dwindling away. They're doing all they can to get the job done here tonight. And looks like Aspen Belvin with some trouble. He came to pit road by himself, back on and off pit road. Oh my goodness. Look at the... Wow. I don't know how they managed to do it, but that is... Oh my God. I don't even know. That the entire field to pit road that time by, only 2 drivers staying out on track. Dan Harrington, Sean Stevens, only 2 drivers staying out on track. The only other drivers out on track, Aspen Belvin. He's being scored 1 lap down, sitting in the 23rd position. He's already been to pit road on lap 74. So that's going to give Belvin just enough fuel to make it to the end, but he is going to have to slot in with some drivers and try to make some friends here. And oh, his friends are going to go away. They're all going to come to pit road, and now that's when it becomes hard for that 84 to continue to make up some positions. We'll look at the front of the field as Rick Seabrands has made it off of pit road first, just in front of Travis Elliott. Here comes Cody Ober. They've already hooked back up. They're going to push right on by that 4 of Seabrands, but help on the way. Alliance Motorsports teammate James Mayer comes pushing. Here he comes, going to catch up to the back of Rick Seabrands. Then a big gap back to their closest competitors. Hunter Reynolds, Josh Milam, about 2 seconds back behind Mayer here. And Mayer has now locked on to the tail end of the 4 of Seabrands. They're going to push up here, catch a sniff of the draft out of that 8 of Ober and the 51 of Elliott. Field making their way off of pit road now, and oh my goodness, 4-car breakaway at the front of the field with 17 laps remaining. Travis Elliott leads Cody Ober, Rick Seabrands, and James Mayer. Then 2 seconds back to Hunter Reynolds, Josh Milam, Dave Hunt, Anthony English. Oh my goodness, how's this all going to unfold? We'll look at this pack right here as Hunter Reynolds and Josh Milam, they haven't quite got the help from Hunt and English just yet. And then it is a mass of cars back here, another 6 cars that have got to get their stuff together. They're going to have to get lined up and try to go up there and run down that second pack if they're going to want a shot at this thing at all come end of the race. 16 laps remaining. As Travis Elliott in the Monster Energy Ford Mustang leads the field. Chevy ZL1 Camaro just behind him, being piloted by Cody Ober. Another Camaro, then yet another Alliance Motorsports Camaro of James Mayer right there in the 4th spot. And here comes Hunter Reynolds, Josh Milam. They've slowly been able to track down the lead, but oh my goodness, Robert Duvendak, Mark Mann, Logan Helton, they are struggling to make up time right now, sitting about 2, almost 3 seconds behind your race leader. There you see him off in the distance, being led by Duvendak. And oh, what a turnaround it has been for the 04 of Mark Mann, now sitting just inside the top 10, sitting in that 10th position. Now with a good move to the outside, Alliance Motorsports teammates James Mayer and Rick Seabrands, they're going to jump to the outside, take over the race lead. The 4 going to drop to the bottom. That's going to put Alliance Motorsports at the top of the lines. Mayer to the outside, Seabrands on the inside, 3 cars inside and out. Here comes Hunt. Oh, and Seabrands goes around and over. Oh my God. Rick Seabrands, ejecto-cedo, cuz he is out of here. Oh my God. Take a look what happened here. Oh my goodness, and we're not catching it right there. We're going to have to back it up one more time. Not quite sure what happened here with Rick Seabrands, but one more look at it here. Oh, and Mayer turned a little bit sideways there. Contact with Hunter Reynolds, and then Rick Seabrands. Oh my goodness, look at the rest of the cars come piling in. Robert Duvendak makes his way through it. Oh my goodness. Gonna check in to see what happened with the 04 of Mark Mann. There you see Logan Helton. He's on the contact with Mark Mann, as well as the 77 of David Booth. So the kid with some contact, and here comes Mark Vega and the rest of the field. Alex Green coming through as well. Oh my goodness. And there you see Rick Seabrans being pushed back to pit road by a wounded teammate as well. And they are just trying to stay on the lead lap at this point in time. Travis Elliott, Cody Ober, Hunter Reynolds, and the entire field making their way through 3 and 4 right now. Caution flag flies in the late comings here at Daytona International Superspeedway for the 100th race for OP Racing Superspeedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphic. Anybody gonna hit pit road? A few takers: Hunter Reynolds, Josh Milam, Anthony English, Logan Helton, Andrew Schroeder. Looks like Dan Harrington, Sean Stevens, Derek Conley, Aspen Belvin. All to pit road that time by, and well, keeping up with the race trends. We said way back in stage number 1 that we've seen the caution flag fly here, typically with about 11 laps to go. And well, with 13 laps remaining here tonight in the OP Racing Superspeedway Cup Series race number 2 of the round of 13, we have yet seen that caution flag fly. Will we see it have flied for the last time here tonight? We'll have to wait and see how it all shakes out. And I tell you what, let's see if we can't go down there. Let's see if we can't bother somebody for a minute. Why? Well, because I'm in the booth and I have all the radios, and, well, you know, I can just bother people. So let's see if we can't go bother that 51 of Travis Elliott. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How you feeling? How you doing, man?
I mean, got a little front end damage from that, I think. So it's been a crazy night all night, and I don't expect it to wind down anytime soon. So heart rate's a little up, driving out of my mirror a little bit, but we've been able to keep this 51 Monster Energy 51 up here pretty much all night. So hopefully we can keep that up for the rest of this race.
Well, man, you guys elected to stay out that time by. What went into that decision, and whose call was that?
I mean, it was my call. I asked Aspen what I think I should do, but you know, I felt like track position is more important, especially with how everybody's racing. Racing's hard right now, so if there's a caution, hopefully it'll be behind me, and you know, if it's me, then we'll just overcome the adversity and go back out on track with a fresh car. So
all right, my man. Well, with the 1 to go, pace car lights are out. We won't keep you any longer. You want to give any shout outs real quick?
Shout out to you guys, Turn 3. Shout out to Aspen and Chase Berry, my teammates at Vapid Heat Racing. Without them, you know, we wouldn't be where we are, but that's about it, guys.
All right, my man. Well, good luck and elbows up. There you have it, Travis Elliott out of Vapid Heat Racing with a little bit of gamble here in the 100th race for the OP Racing Superspeedway Cup Series. I tell you what, why not, right? I mean, not in the chase right now. Excuse me. Or at least, oh, please, gosh. I hope I didn't get that wrong. Mark Mann, Rick Seabrans, both being scored 1 lap down. They're going to be in almost must-win situations next week. They're both going to have some killer races to move on to the round of 8. But will Travis Elliott upset the field here and force a lot of drivers to point their way into the round of 8? We'll have to wait and see how it all shakes out. Chevy Silverado pace truck down away. Green flag flies once again here at Daytona International Superspeedway. Elliott took the outside. He's got the 10 of Duvendak. pushing him down on the inside. Cody Ober with Dave Hunt in tow. Mark Vega in the 18 right there. There's the 15 of Alex Green. Once again, back at the front. Third car outside lane has the 52 of Randall Cobb just behind him. 10 laps remaining here tonight in OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphics. And I tell you what, this is going to be some frantic 10 laps. There's going to be some fists flying, some drive shafts being thrown by the end of this thing. I can guarantee you the 53 now pulls clear, pulling the 18 of Vega. Will Vega stay on the bottom? Oh, looks like we've got a driver needing to come to pit road. Who is that on pit road? And Logan Helton having to pull off of the track and onto pit road with 9 laps to go. His chase dreams going out the window as well. Multiple drivers here tonight. Multiple chase contenders with trouble. That's going to make things very interesting heading into next Monday night at Bumpy Road, Daytona, for the final cutoff race in the round of 13. We'll have to wait and see how all the points shake out. 3 wide now, back for about the 10th spot as Cody Ober continues to lead the field at the front. He's got a friend in tow, the 53 of Dave Hunt, not poking his nose around, but here comes Robert Duvendak. Alex Green making a run to the front. Travis Elliott suckered in the middle right now. Here comes Aspen Belvin. Randall Cobb with a big push. Alex Green goes around. Alex Green goes around in the field, comes back to crawl under yellow flag. We'll take a look, see what happened here. There you see, after some contact, Alex Green getting a little bit out of shape. We'll look at it one more time. There you see the contact between him and Randall Cobb, and then, ricochet, ping pong, whatever you want to call it. Oh, look at Anthony English. Hard impact for that 40 machine. The field gonna come back to a crawl once again, back under caution here at Daytona International Super Speedway. 7 laps remaining, 6 when we cross the line this time by, and we may have ourselves an unofficial green-white checkered attempt. We'll have to wait to see how all that. And thank you, Travis is in the chase. That is correct. I thought so, but then I was like, nah, is he? Or was he? And sorry, race fans, I get so caught up sometimes I forget to look down at the piece of paper that's literally right here beside me that lets me know, well, right there he is in the chase. Conley, Milam, Reynolds, Helton, Elliott, Duvendak, Belvin, Ober, Holloway, Mann, Sebrands, Booth, English, all those drivers in the chase. So I do want to apologize there to Travis for forgetting he was in the chase. Well, yet another interesting finish, and we wouldn't want it any other way, would we, race fans here in the OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series? I mean, we can't have a nice, calm, cool finish to the 100th race for OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series. It's got to start off with a bang. It's got to end with a bang. This has got to be an epic one. I almost want to see the race decided between 2 cars upside down going backwards across the line. That's what I want to see for the race win. Some of these drivers probably don't want to see that one take place like that. A lot of drivers caught up in this latest incident here from Daytona International Speedway, and it looks like that's going to take us from over the 20 cars out there on the lead lap now down to just 19 cars on the lead lap. We started today's race with 28 drivers taken to the starting grid. We have still got 22 drivers out there running, making laps right now, but just 19 on the lead lap. Hunter Reynolds being scored as the last car on the lead lap. The Chevy Silverado pace truck lights have went out. We will go back. Green flag racing this time by. We will have ourselves a 4-lap shootout to the end of this thing, to the end of the Daytona Dream 250. Race number 2 in the round of 13 in the championship chase here in the OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphics. Will Cody Ober slot himself home and give himself a smooth sail into the round of 8, or maybe can Dave Hunt? Can Hunt come out of nowhere and take the race lead and the race win here tonight? We'll have to wait and see how that all shakes out, whether or not Hunt has what it takes, or can Mark Vega, maybe Dustin Barber. We haven't talked about that 6 of Dustin Barber very much here tonight, but there you see him. There he is. Driver gonna slot in. Outside row, second car back just behind Dave Hunt, and he's got a good pusher right behind him. The 7 of Josh Milam gonna line up just behind Dustin Barber, so the outside lane does have the potential to move up on this restart, what could be the final restart of the night. Chevy Silverado pace truck gonna make the left-hand turn down and away from in front of the field, set to go back. Green flag racing once again here at Daytona International Super Speedway. Dave Hunt gets a good jump. Mark Vega right there behind Cody Ober. Now looking already 3 wide goes Dustin Barber. He's going to leave Dave Hunt right there in the middle. Ober on the bottom with help from Vega. Barber on the top. He's got help from Milam. Now the middle starting to fill. Looks like Logan Helton thought about it. Now he's going to make the move off of 2. Here comes Vega making a move to the outside. Cobb goes with him. Cody Ober in some desperate help, in some desperate need of some help right now. Robert Duvendak finally joins them at the front. 3 wide for the race lead. Oh, and Barber gets turned at the front. Big crash. The whole field goes around. Big time crash at the front of the field. Almost the entire field caught up in this latest one. This is the big one from Daytona International Super Speedway. Let's take a look back, see what happened here. Oh my goodness. Ton of cars involved. There you see the 6 getting turned off the nose of the 7, and oh my God. Tough hit for Cody Ober. Oh my goodness, that was a hard hit for Cody Ober. We'll take another look at this one. Oh my goodness. And there you see that hard impact once again by Cody Ober. We'll see if we can't have it one more time here. There's Ober, and bam, hard impact for the 63 of Logan Helton. Once again, multiple chase drivers involved in this one, and this is going to shake up the field for sure coming to the end of the race here tonight. That's going to put us under caution, and we will set up for a green, a white checkered attempt. Field catching back up to the Chevy Silverado pace truck. We'll wait and see who comes down pit road. How many takers do we have? This is going to get crazy here. Looks like your top 4 drivers: Barber, Vega, Harrington, Elliott, all to pit road. Logan Helton, Robert Duvendak, Derek Conley, Jamie Jessup, Hunter Reynolds already on pit road. There you see those drivers relegated to being stopped in their pit boxes right now. And oh my goodness, that is not what some of these chase drivers wanted to see. You can see them just falling through the field on the ticker. And Logan Helton, he's kept a fast repair in his back pocket. That's going to be the good hands by Allstate move right there. Cody Ober, also one of those drivers with his fast repair still in hand. He's going to slot in 8th on this restart. Mark Mann right there in front of some of these drivers as well. Mark looks like he's still being scored actually multiple laps down, 5 laps down. Unfortunately for Mark Mann, Rick Seabrands, though, slotting right there in 6th. Aspen Belvin, what a recovery. Aspen sitting right there in 4th. Randall Cobb, Dave Hunt. There you see both of those drivers at the front of the field. They've made a great recovery, but could you imagine Aspen Belvin being down 1 lap multiple times here tonight? Aspen has been down 1 lap, I believe, 3 different times here tonight. And here he sits, 4th place for the restart of our first attempt at a green-white checkered. And if he could somehow walk away with the race win, slot himself into the round of 8, do you know how big of a night this would have been for that 84 machine? We've seen him get the job done before here this season. Will he get the job done here tonight? That's yet to be seen. Chevy Silverado pace truck lights gonna go out. We'll go back. Green flag racing this time by. And the Daytona Dream 250 here in the OP Racing Super Speedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphics. If you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up, not just for what they've done here tonight, putting on an amazing show here at Daytona International Speedway, but for everything they've done for the past 99 Monday night series. Oh my goodness, what a great job, what a great show these drivers have put on over and over and over again. 2 and 3 wide racing at times. And man, green-white checkered on hand. Who's going to walk away with the race win? Will it be a non-chase driver, or will we see someone shock the world? Could Aspen Belvin, maybe Rick Seabrand, maybe Rick Seabrand, David Booth, he's right there as well. Don't count out the kid Logan Helton. We've got a handful of laps. He may be able to get the job done. We'll have to wait and see how it all shakes out, though. Field making their way through turn 3 and 4. Gonna get set to get elbows up, head down. It's hammer time. It's time to go. Business about to pick up. Chevy Silverado pace truck down and away. Field gets to the restart box. Wait for it. Wait for it. Green flag flies. Once again, here at Daytona International Super Speedway, Dave Hunt with a good start on the inside. A little bit of a connection and a blink right there for the 53 of Hunt. Cobb begins to surge on the outside. Here comes Aspen Belvin with the push. Rick Seabrand's right there pushing on that 84. They're going to clear Dave Hunt. Hunt having some issues, and that's going to slow that inside lane down. Now Randall Cobb looked to drop to the bottom. He doesn't. Aspen Belvin now takes over the race lead. Big push by Seabrand. Seabrand's dropping to the bottom. Dustin Barber going to drop down with him. Mark Vega right there in 3rd. What is the veteran Seabrand's gonna do coming to the line? Popsicle sticks in the air. 1 to go. White flag here at Daytona International Super Speedway. Your top 4 nose to tail down into turn number 1. Nobody ready to make a move just yet. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, sitting about 6 car lengths off of 4th place, running in the 5th spot. Now Seabrands looks to the outside. Here comes help from Dustin Barber. Mark Vega goes to the bottom to help out Aspen Belvin. Will it be a little too late? Rick Seabrands clears Aspen Belvin. Will he drop? Now goes to the bottom. He leaves Barber all alone. Big push from Belvin on the back of the 4. Will he leave enough room to get to the outside? Seabrand's blocking still on Belvin. Belvin trying to get there, but no. Seabrand's walks away with the race win. Big move to make his way to the front. Jumping out behind that 84 of Belvin coming off of turn number 4. Close but no cigar. The 84 of Aspen Belvin almost got the job done. Almost had the Cinderella story of the night. Unfortunately, that 84 came up just a little too short. Man, oh man, what a run for the driver of the 84 machine. But hats off to this man right here, the Richard Petty of OP Racing, the wily veteran himself. The 4 of Rick Sebrands now joins the 7 of Josh Milam as one of those drivers locked in to the round of 8. Hats off as the 4 begins to celebrate and enjoy his race win. We're going to step away from the track, get things set up for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Back trackside here at Daytona International SuperSpeedway, and looks like we've had a chance to catch up with the driver finishing in a third out there tonight. Driver of that 18 machine, Mark Vegas. Dave in the booth, you got a copy, brother?
Yes, sir.
Hey, my man. Haven't talked to you before, and well, how are you?
Doing good. Just a bad season.
Well, my man, it's never too late to have a good day, and you had a great day. You ran up at the front for the majority of the race here today. Talk us through a little bit of the race for us, for yourself here.
Well, during the season, I've been kind of laying back. I mean, I go 3 wide a lot, but I just got tired of just riding. I said, oh, well, I'm just going to go to the front, try it, see how it goes.
Well, man, you're no stranger to the three wide, as you said. We have mentioned your name multiple times in three wide situations here this year, bringing a ton of excitement to the race. How did you feel out there knowing that this race right here being a very important one and a historic one for OP Racing, the 100th broadcasted race for OP Racing, and well, my man, you're in the history books with it because you're on the podium.
It feels good, finally. Long time coming.
that I'm sure it is, my man. And well, Mark, with a great race at in the bag for you, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of the car?
Yeah, Checkered Flag Motorsports for bringing me in, letting me join them and run the rest of the season with them. You for doing the broadcasting, you're doing an awesome job. And Alex and them for running the league.
All right, my man. Well, with that being said, we'll wait to see if we can't follow this one up with another podium at the Bumpy Road Daytona next Monday night.
I'm going to try. Trust me, I was trying to make an upset tonight, but it didn't work.
All right, well, there you have it. The boss, Mark, excuse me. The boss, Mark Vega, happy with the performance out of that 18 machine. That Chevy ZL1 Camaro looked pretty sporty out there all race long, 2 and 3 wide at times. And, well, that's going to bring us to talk to, well, a driver that maybe not so happy with where he finished tonight's race, walking away with the second place here tonight. Driver of that 84 machine, Aspen Belvin, is Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How y'all doing?
I'm doing great, man. Vapi repping up there at the end of this thing. You had one heck of a eventful race, dude. You were down a lap at one point in time, I believe multiple times actually throughout the night, and there you find yourself at the end with a shot. What went through your head on that final restart?
Oh, man, I was immediately looking at the front two cars, assessing their damage, trying to figure out if Hunt was going to go to the outside, I was going to shoot the middle and hope Rick would come with me. And eventually I was just pounding Hunt's bumper going into one. I was like, all right, I got to get around this guy. And we cleared him coming out of two. And I've just been fighting throttle issues all night. My pedals, I don't think they're calibrated all the way or something. But it seems like I'm only running 75% throttle. And that's what got me a lap down earlier. And now, oh my God, it was such a struggle just to get back on the lead lap.
Well, not just get on the lead lap, but you got yourself all the way back up through the field and walking away with a great podium finish here tonight. Second place. And as I mentioned to the boss, Mark Vega, there, a very historic night here for the OP Racing SuperSpeedWay Cup Series presented by 4X Graphics, the 100th broadcasted race. And now your name gets in the history books with it as a podium finisher. Where do you see yourself when these guys hit the 200 mark? You still going to be out there on track, or you going to be down there on the infield running on the Rascal track?
I plan to do a little bit of both, but I definitely have a passion for road racing and oval racing. But yeah, I'm definitely planning on sticking with these guys all the way to the 200th. I mean, that's a huge milestone for this league, and I mean, I've been a part of it since the beginning with the OGs, and have had just a wonderful time with these guys. And it's something that y'all can be proud for, and for Alex and everything, to see what they've accomplished over past 3 years I think it's been. But yeah, it's been an absolute honor to be able to run with these guys and have my name up there and everything.
All right, my man. Well, Aspen, once again, congratulations on a great run that just came up a little bit short at the end. But nonetheless, second place, nothing to hang your head about. So before we let you go, do you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of the car?
Oh, yeah. Thank you guys again for doing this every Monday night. My teammates, Travis, Chase, sticking with me all throughout the night, trying to help me. I told Travis, just do your thing, man. Get up there, get them points. And appreciate Mark Vega at the end for trying to push me clear of Rick. But, yeah, I just didn't have enough at the end.
All right, well, there you have it. Final words from Aspen Belvin, driver of the 84, finishing in the second spot here tonight. And that's going to leave us to this man right here on screen, the man of the hour, the good old-fashioned, old-school OG, the Richard Petty of OP Racing, walking away with yet another race win. Rick Seabrands, how you feeling?
Man, we had to earn that one tonight, man. There was nothing being given to you out there, man. I sure hope the fans enjoyed that one because they sure got their money's worth tonight.
Well, if they don't like that race, that kind of racing, then they can just go somewhere else. That was some great racing all night long, man. Just heck of a battle out there. How was your night? How'd the car feel?
We had so many ups and downs tonight. I mean, that you could tell it's the playoffs here in the OP SuperSpeedway series because it was that whole first stage and that second stage, man. Everybody was out there racing like it was the last lap. Nobody was giving an inch out there. It was so much fun to be a part of that. Until we were doing helicopter spins up in the air, but we recovered from that. We got our lap back late, and boy, I thought we was done for there. About 13 laps to go. We was a lap down. I think in the 20s, 25th, 27th, somewhere around there, and. Well, I tell you what, the never give up attitude by this Alliance Motorsports Yeti Camaro team it really was on display tonight, especially after such a dismal Talladega that we had, man. It was complete driver error coming in tonight. We had, looking at the points, we was kind of in must-win territory, we thought, and to come out here tonight and be able to miss a few wrecks, be in the right place at the right time, and get this win was just what we needed for this playoffs.
Well, Rick, with the win, that gives you a little bit of breathing room heading into next week's final cutoff race in the round of 13. You're going to be able to slot yourself into the round of 8 and breathe a little bit easy heading into next week. But I want to talk about something that maybe a little bit bigger. Not sure if it's a little bit bigger to you or not, but tonight, the 100th broadcasted race for the OP Racing SuperSpeedway Cup Series, actually the 102nd race overall for the series, and you, my man, get to go down in history books as the race winner. Your Alliance Motorsports teammate, Batman himself, walked away with the pole here. Unfortunately, not having the best night at the end of the night for Mark Mann, but how you feeling about having such a historic win take place at a much needed time in the chase?
That's a really cool stat to have there. We had no idea coming in. We were so focused on trying to just be greedy and gain as many points as we could out there tonight, and to come away and win the 100th broadcasted race. Is that what you said? 100th or 102nd, something like that.
The 100th broadcasted race, man.
That's pretty cool. That's a really cool stat to be a part of. So it's a privilege to be a part of this series. It's awesome what you guys do up in the booth and everything that the OP admins and the owners do to put this show on. It's amazing to be out here running with such great talent.
Well, man, with that being said, it's been a pleasure watching you over the past 2 years. It's been a pleasure this season, man. Heck of a race win, a historic win. You get to breathe easy and reset for the chase in the round of 8. Before we let you go and celebrate the rest of the night, though, Rick, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love you, forget anybody on the side of the car?
I cannot leave without thanking Dustin Barber in that 6 car for giving me that shot that I needed down that backstretch. I hated to leave him when we got in the middle of 3 and 4 there, though, but that bottom line was so hooked up in the way they were coming, man. But this win wasn't going to be possible without Dustin up there working with us on the high side. I really appreciate him pushing up there. Of course, all my Alliance Motorsports teammates, man, they had some just really, really tough nights tonight. I know Mark got in some trouble. Robert was up front late, too, and he got in trouble. Jim got in trouble late, too. Just a great effort by those guys. And I also want to say, I know Les Levy's out there. He's watching tonight. We miss him out on the track. He's at home. He's sick. He couldn't be here with us tonight. Get better, buddy. Hopefully we'll see you next weekend.
All right, my man. Well, good luck throughout the rest of the chase, and we'll look forward to maybe catching up with you once again before the season's over with.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Well, there you have it. Some final words from your race winner, the OG, Richard Petty himself of OP Racing SuperSpeedway Cup Series, and what a fitting way to wrap up the night here in the 100th broadcast at Race for OP Racing SuperSpeedway Cup Series, then with Rick Seabrands, driver of the 4 Yeti Coolers ZL1 Chevy Camaro, going to victory lane. It has been one heck of an evening, one heck of a show, one heck of a night. Whew, my goodness. Gotta catch my breath for just a bit here. An amazing night, an incredible night out here for these OP Racing SuperSpeedway Cup Series drivers. And it looks like the producer's going ahead and starting the music. So you know what that means. You know what that is, race fans. It's time for your unofficial race results here in the Daytona Dream 250, the 100th broadcasted Race for OP Racing SuperSpeedway Cup Series, presented to you by 4X Graphics, walking away with the race win and checking himself into the round of 8, the 4 of Rick Seabrands. Finishing in second here today, the 84 of Aspen Belvin, followed by the 18 of Mark Vega. Dustin Barber with a solid 4th place finish here tonight. Travis Elliott in 5th. Logan Helton, the kid, with a good recovery, gonna finish just outside the top 5 in the 6th spot. Cody Ober in 7th. Sean Stevens in the 27 machine slotting home in 8th. 9th place goes to Hunter Reynolds. Randall Cobb coming home in 10th. 11th place, Robert Duvendak. 12th goes to James Mayer. Dave Hunt finishing in 13th. The 39 of Jamie Jessup gonna walk away in 14th. David Booth in the 77 will round out your top 15. The 50 of Sean McCarrick in 16th. Alex Green in 17th. 18th place to the 82 of Dan Harrington. 19th spot goes to the 28 of Derek Conley. David Overstreet gonna slot home in 20th. Josh Milam walking away from the track in 21st. 22nd here tonight, fighting for his championship in Chase Hopes. The 22 of the 04 of Mark Mann finishing in the 22nd spot. There you go, all spit it out. Anthony English finishing in 23rd, 24th. Anthony Schroeder, Jimmy Reynolds slotting home in 25th. 26th will be Will Weber, 28th. Ernie Williams in 29th. Here tonight, the 5 of Chase Berry. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's your unofficial race results here from Daytona International Superspeedway in round 2 of in race number 2 of the round of 13 for the OP Racing SuperSpeedway Cup Series. With that being said, race fans, nothing left for us to do except wind up the wires and get set to go to Bumpy Road Daytona next week for the OP Racing SuperSpeedway final cutoff race in the round of 13. From myself, Darkside Dave in the Cave, and everybody back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate you joining us each and every night. If you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe over there, smash the bell, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And with that being said, once again, race fans, stay safe, stay loved, till we see you again here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.